Hey everyone, my name is Crazy and welcome back to Pikmin 1. In the last episode we finished off the Forest of Hope, but you might notice a little bit different here. I'm actually pre-recording this due to the fact that this is such an issue. This is by far one of the most stressful things I've had to deal with. And my cat's sitting right next to me just wanting attention, so I guess I'll give it attention because then I don't have to focus on the game this time, so that's good. So basically, this took me so many tries just to get this off, but I actually do have footage now, which is good. This was an absolute pain. This sucked, honestly. It's really bad. And this cat's just really wanting attention. I don't know. It's really good, actually, but I'm so glad to have finally gotten this done after taking so long. So I'll be watching the footage right now while I'm speaking, just so I know what's going on. So basically, there's 5 parts in this area that I haven't collected, and I've had to collect them all in one day, which is honestly quite a pain. It's really not nice at all. Really not nice. So basically, my first strategy here was to pick up 50 blues and 50 reds, as that part there required like 40, as you can see. I'm just putting another one on just now. I think 2 of my Pikmin, maybe 1 of my Pikmin got killed. I think there was a glitch or something that happened that killed both a red and a blue, but let's not worry about that for now. So basically, I need to leave it on this part of the area just so my blues don't get completely destroyed by the fiery blowhogs, as that's what their enemy name is. I guess while I'm doing it, I guess I'd go search up a boss for Pikmin, because I forgot the name of one of the enemies, so I'll go quickly look it up while I'm waiting. Okay, I've got it, so I'll keep an eye on that for a second. This was just horrible, honestly, but I've picked up the part now with reds, so that's good. Basically, I now have to exchange 20 of my blues here, and, well, I'll probably be putting 19 back due to the fact I have only 49, and then just taking like 20 yellows out just so I had the convenience of having a nice mixed team, I guess. I think I go slightly over. I think it's like over by 2 or maybe just 1. Yeah, I just throw 1 back as soon as it gets on the ground. Yeah, it's so convenient. There we go. So, I guess I could probably speak about some of the bonus episodes that I potentially might be making. And my cat just likes to be annoying. Tried to open the door behind me. Oh well, nothing I can do about it. I guess you'll have to sit in my room, silly cat. Oh well, that's fine. So basically, I don't think it wants to stop. I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it for now. Nothing I could do. Basically, I use these yellows to pick up the bombs that are in this like area that I found last time I came here. Basically, these bombs will be used to open a gate, which makes me access 2 parts that are required. For some reason, I left 1 bomb. For some reason, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was being silly or something, but it doesn't matter. It still worked out. This, yeah, I'll read the description of this as it'll come up. Anti-deoxin filter. The laws of deep space require all ships to eliminate all pollutants. And I did a tiny jump cut there, just, you know, just so I have the convenience of it. Because for some reason, in some of my attempts, I completely skipped the dialogue for some unknown reason, even though I knew I was recording this. It's kind of silly, actually. I don't know why. So, basically, I'm using some of these bombs just to get rid of some of the dangers of these fiery blowhogs, and there's one over here, which is useful to kill with some of the bombs. So basically, to destroy that black gate there, I need 4 bombs in order to destroy it, as I've learned over the many attempts of this day. Yeah, I could have done better on this day, but it's just such a time stretch, as you'll see by the end of this clip. It's honestly such a time stretch. It's very tricky. Very tricky indeed. So basically I just spend all the bombs just so I have my full team of yellows. My full, like most of my yellows basically, because I need them for one of the parts through the gate. But before I can actually go through that gate, I need to actually assemble all my Pikmin together, and these fiery blowhogs have obviously die in 2 shots, so that's convenient. So basically to save time I leave them there just so I don't have to maneuver them back down there again, so I have the convenience of that, I guess. And I take the entirety of my Pikmin squad down there just so I can try and do stuff. So there's not many enemies to deal with here, but I won't be picking up any of their scraps due to the fact it completely wastes time. That iridescent flint beetle is really annoying in this attempt particularly, but there's another iridescent flint beetle that spawns somewhere else, which is even more annoying actually. So the problem with this is I have to actually use my directing thing just to avoid these fires so I don't burn the Pikmin, which is obviously a necessary thing. Then I split the Pikmin off into their desired groups and then I throw them on that. So this is basically what I had to learn. I had to learn to multitask basically. And I'm an idiot just to leave that yellow one there, but I'll throw it on there anyway. So basically, I think I need... I'm an idiot here because I make a mistake because I get 1 less red than I need. As you see, I have 19, but I need 20 reds, so I try and tap off a few, but I end up picking up a lot of bad ones. But I still got the blue back, so I guess that's alright. I don't see that much of an issue, as this worked out fine. I just threw a few extra reds on because I didn't need all them reds. It'll help accelerate that bridge growth, which is pretty good actually. But I've had a few ideas for series that I've had to do, that I want to do eventually. I'm actually thinking about doing Majora's Mask maybe, but I don't know. I might want to play the other Zelda games first, but Majora's Mask, in my opinion, is my favorite game of the Zelda series, just because of its darkness and stuff like that. Yeah, it's great. So basically, I have to exchange the blues off that analog computer and put the reds on it, just so I can get through the fire without actually roasting my blue Pikmin. And that's the annoying iridescent flint beetle there, but basically that flower's name is called a candy pop bud, and basically it converts the type whatever you throw into it into the color of the bud, of course. So I basically just converted 2 blues into 2 reds, so I have a nice convenience of nice amounts of Pikmin, and this cat is back here again. Nothing wrong with that. It seems like it gave up on the door, so it just wants attention from me. Nothing wrong with that. So that sound there indicated that the bridge had broken, which is a great improvement of what others have done. So basically my idea was to take all these Pikmin, go back across the fiery inferno that there, and basically to go and get the other part in the area, which is the opposite to the one that I picked up yesterday, which was the Libra, but this is Libra right now. For some unknown reason, I threw a red in the water there. Don't know why. But he gets out fine, so not worried. So basically the item up here is called Libra. It's the opposite to Sagittarius. This Libra is the one that Oliver's daughter gave to, him. So yeah, it looks the exact same, basically. But it's got a different name and like a different description, I guess. But I make a few mistakes with... I keep skipping over like all the lower text and stuff like that. It's kind of annoying slightly, but I tried to make up for it using some of the I don't know, jump cuts, but I kind of make it messy on when we get the analog computer back, because there's like a few like stutters, I guess. It should be fine. I'm not too worried. It's just because I made a mistake of completely skipping it, so my quality got hit because of it. But basically, we basically have 3 of the 5 parts currently, and we've still got 2 others that are extremely tricky to get if you don't know what you're doing, basically. So, if you're following this as a guide, please don't. I'm really terrible at this game. I'd probably suggest taking someone else as a person to follow, because this is basically me trying to improve my own PB, basically. So my personal best, basically improving it off of what I previously had, which was 12 days. I'm just trying to improve it as much as I can. To get it to 10 days, I'd be pretty happy, because that's cutting 2 days off, but with a possibility that I could get it down to 9 days, then it just might be good, really. It just is great. So I think the analog computer is about to hit, and this is where the jump cuts are going to happen, so I'll have to read quickly. So I'll go ahead and get a quick breath in, so... Okay, there we go. That'll do for now, and I'll read its description. Analog computer. This strengthens the outward emotions of the dolphin's computer. While it does make the computer smart, it also makes it easy to anger, like my boss. I think I remembered that correctly. I don't think I made it long enough, but hopefully you should have been able to read it faster than I said it. So there's 2 bosses down there. That little dude, which I went and quickly looked up his name, is called a puff stool. Basically, the point of is to attack his bottom until he falls over on his head like that, and basically attack his legs while he's flipped over. If you do accidentally let him flip over, though, he could be a potential bad thing, because he can poison your Pikmin into the point where they attack you, and it's really not good. It can be devastating, actually, because it could completely waste time, but as you see, nothing happened here. We got through it perfectly, no issues really. Unfortunately, we have to leave it alone because I don't have enough Pikmin to deal with it. I'm much more wanting to get these parts back rather than just increasing my Pikmin numbers. I'll probably increase my Pikmin numbers, but maybe in the next episode or something. But unfortunately, I did lose about 9 there, so that kind of sucked. There is some of those. I can't remember what the blue bug's name is, but I could probably easily just search it up, actually. So, enemies, Pikmin. There we go. It's probably not going to be easy to search it up. I'll have a quick look. Well, basically, we're going to fight against some boss here. Okay, this is called Baldy Longlegs? BD Longlegs, that's his name. Okay, good. So BD Longlegs, basically his attack point is to hit his head, which is that little thing there. And you have to be careful not to let it get your Pikmin crushed, but halfway through the fight I got an item back, so it's good. So that was Libra, so I'll read its description. Libra, my daughter gave this to me. My late return must have her very worried. So 12 parts remaining left on the thing, and we should have this down in literal a second. As soon as it came up to this point, I was getting really anxious that I was ever going to get any of these back in time. But, yeah, it's really... I was getting really worried that I wasn't going to get any of these 2 parts back in time. So, yeah. So basically, we were very close to failing this. Very close. Just literally only a few seconds later than what we picked him up, we would have completely failed this. And I would have had to restart, therefore stressing me out more. But fortunately, with my quick thinking, I got the Pikmin. So this point, I was like, oh, I probably should just reset, but I let it go on, and I was happy that I actually did let it go on, because if I didn't, then I could have basically thrown away a perfect run like this one, because this is just such a good run, and it worked. I was worried that the timer was about to start, which it was. It was basically about to start. I think it was about to start before that part got in. So, yeah, it was. So I was really on the edge here. just barely. If I didn't have those extra Pikmin on there, I wouldn't be able to get it back, but that's one of the 2 parts that I got back, and it is called the Omega Stabilizer. I'll read its description. This is the dolphin's fin. It's a little beaten up, but it should still function. I've made great strides in repairing the dolphin. With this, I should be able to fly again, even if I don't recover all 30 parts. Ooh, that was quite a long sentence thing. Okay, so I'm very worried at this point. I try to add more Pikmin. It doesn't work. I just have to hope and pray that it gets back. I am fortunate. I had literal 2 seconds, almost 2 seconds left on that. But I did get it back, so it's good. I'm very, very happy at this point. But I'll read the script. Guard satellite. This has protected me from space pirates many, many times. So 10 parts remaining. And that's all I need. So I was really happy at this point. The Pikmin were very happy indeed. And I just started dancing in circles because why not? But this point I'm extremely ecstatic at my performance. I managed to achieve what I wanted. To be honest, when I first started to practice this, I didn't think I was ever going to get these 5 parts. I stayed determined till the end, and look what it gave me. I got it, and it looks like a Wally Hop doesn't get anything. Well, sucks to be you. All my Pikmin are coming with me, except one of your kind actually killed some. So there are now only 11 parts that I still need to retrieve. Will I be able to recover the remaining 20 parts in 24 more days? Surely there's some parts that are not necessary. Yeah, whatever. I just recalled the day that I took my son for a ride in the spaceship. He was so happy. I shall tell him that this journey when I return, and I shall return. I must. I already see the look of wonder in his precious face when I describe my adventures with Pikmin. Good. Quite tricky to keep up with it because I didn't determine whatever. But that's basically the day. Those are all my stats. I lost 19 in battle, and my red and blue Pikmin are equalized. So that's basically it. So 11 parts remaining, so yeah, that's basically it. So all those, the Impact Site, Forest Naval, and the Forest of Hope are all completed. We now have to go on to the Distant Spring. There's 10 parts in here. If I can complete these in 2 days, then there's hope for goodness here. So basically, that's it. So if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.